Welcome to another episode of Take a Bite Out of South Florida. I'm Shayna Wizov, and I'm here with Chef Adrienne Grenier. We're at Burlock Coast at the Ritz-Carlton in Fort Lauderdale, right on the beach. I wish you guys could see the view outside of this restaurant. I mean, we are literally right on the beach. You're footsteps away from the beach. And I just got to give a shout out to the Ritz-Carlton team because I stayed here last night. I got a beautiful spa treatment. I had a hydrofacial. Roger and I had dinner here last night. We used the gym this morning. I mean, we've had such an amazing time this last night and into today, and I just want to thank the team here and thank Adrienne and Paula DaSilva, who is the culinary director here at the restaurant and for the whole resort. So shout out to the team here, and I'm really excited to be here with you today.
I'm happy to be here with you as well.
Thank you so much for having us. And we've known each other for a really long time, but you were at Harbor Beach Marriott when I first met you, right? Or maybe even...
Did you ever come to 1500 Degrees at the Eden Rock?
No.
No?
But I don't think so. Okay. Is that where... So, yeah, let's go back to the beginning. Let's start at the very beginning of your culinary career. Tell me... Introduce yourself to the audience.
I started as a tiny baby at, my first job was at 3030 Ocean back in the old days when Dean Max used to actually still work in the kitchen on the line sometimes. Those were...
That is going back,
days.
yeah.
Yes, that was crazy.
What year?
That was 2005,
okay.
The end of 2005.
So I wasn't even in Florida yet.
So that was my first job ever in a kitchen. I was in culinary school, and my instructor in school said, if you need a job, go to this restaurant. It's the best in town. That's where you're going to learn. And that's where I went, and they gave me a job, and the rest is kind of history.
That's awesome. So were you in culinary school here in Florida?
I did. I went to the Art Institute in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, cool. Wonderful. So you started there under Dean Max, who is a celebrated chef in South Florida and also Cayman Islands. Like, he's all over the place. I've known him for a long time too. I guess maybe that is how we met. I don't even know.
Right. So I was there for 2 years, and then I moved to California. And I was in California for a little over 2 years, and then I moved back to open 1500 Degrees at the Eden Rock with Paula.
And that's the Eden Rock in Miami.
That's Eden Rock in Miami. So that was 2010 until the hotel changed ownership in 2013, and then we both came back to 3030.
And that's at the Marriott Harbor Beach, and that is also here in Fort Lauderdale. I've eaten there. Yes, definitely have eaten there a few times while you were the chef. Beautiful, beautiful hotel and restaurant. And then, so you were there for...
I want to say 7 or 8 years.
A while, right.
A while. So we went back in 2013, and I left in January 2020.
And you went up to New York.
And I went to New York, yes.
So what was going on up there? How was your experience in New York during COVID,
right, so
pretty much?
I moved there February of 2020, and as everyone knows, New York became the epicenter in March of 2020, so everything shut down. I didn't have a job when I went. So it was an adventure figuring out like what my life was going to be, if I was going to find work and how that was going to go.
What part of New York were you in?
I moved to Brooklyn in Carroll Gardens.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really fortunate. I had I lived in a brownstone with a backyard. Not that we paid a ton of money or anything. We just got really lucky. It was kind of like a garden level, so maybe that was kind of a reason why it was more affordable.
Yeah.
But we had a private backyard during COVID.
That's nice.
So I got into gardening. I spent a lot of time gardening.
That's fun. I wish I had a green thumb. I am not good.
I don't think I do, but I just do it anyway.
What are you growing? Do you still have a garden?
I can't stop. It's kind of like an addiction. So I'm growing on my balcony now in Pompano Beach, and I do not get the right sun. I'm just kind of growing things, and I don't think...
What are you growing?
I like to grow vegetables, tomatoes. I'm trying whatever would be good on my tiny balcony.
Yeah.
So small... what do they call them? Micro tomatoes.
The little ones?
I even tried some baby melons and herbs and cucumbers, but I get no direct sunlight. So
yeah,
and it's been summer in Florida, and
it's too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot. I don't get wind. but I need to be growing something.
Well, that's fun. I remember when I was growing up, I'm from New Jersey, my dad always used to grow tomatoes and romaine lettuce in our backyard.
Yeah.
I did not get his green thumb because I don't know the first thing about growing anything. We have some herbs that sit on our windowsill, but I don't have anything to do with
None
that.
of it's easy. I think you just get lucky or things die.
Yeah.
But you try.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's a hobby. It's something fun to do. You need hobbies.
I would much rather be like tending to my plants than like cleaning my house.
Yeah. That sounds way more enjoyable. Okay, so 2020 in New York, and then you just recently came back to South Florida this past year.
Yes, I moved back in April.
And came back here. You're hired as the Chef de Cuisine under Paula here. And I was fortunate enough to come to your welcome party. That was such a fun night.
Yeah, that was like right after I got back.
Yeah, that was really nice. And there was such an amazing group of people here, of chefs. You had Dean Max. We had Pushkar from Stage up in Gardens. We had the Evelyn's at the Four Seasons. Brandon was here. There was a lot of people. It was wonderful.
The guys
that was
from Even Keel.
Yep.
Tony from the Grove.
Yes. Tony and his wife, who I know works in the wine business. And then there was some media, and it was great. And the food was fantastic.
So many talented friends I have.
I guess. I know. I mean, we have a lot of talent here in South Florida. We're very, very fortunate. I feel like I talk about that on every episode, just the amount of culinary talent that is in our area. This is our first episode in Broward. We've done Del Rey, up in Palm Beach Gardens. So now we ventured south and got to hit up all the Broward County. Got to get down to Miami too. There's a lot of talent down there.
It's insane down there. I don't think I've been down there in Miami since I've been back. But it's overwhelming the amount of places that I want to go.
There's so many places. And then after that Michelin list came out earlier in the year, now it's like there's even more.
Right.
I've been in Brickell quite a few times recently, like within the last year, but I haven't gone into like Wynwood, or it's been a while since I've gotten really into Miami. And there's like you said, there's too many places.
Yeah.
So you came back here. How is it going here? Tell me a little bit more about the cuisine here at Burlock Coast and how it is working here with the Ritz team and what you're doing here as the Chef de Cuisine.
It's kind of wild here. We have, such a beautiful restaurant right on the beach, so we get a lot of traffic from the beach, as well as having like that high-end Ritz-Carlton clientele. So Burlock Coast, we definitely try to merge those two things somehow, and make it approachable. Yet refined for, so there's something for everyone. So whether you're having like tacos off the beach or fish and chips, we also have like some nice, more upscale items on the menu as well. I think the restaurant concept has always been sort of casual, like larger portions for sharing, and overall like approachable. Definitely influenced by the ocean. I've been fortunate from 3030 to here as well. We're right on the ocean, and so I try to make sure that we're using products that are coming from the Atlantic Ocean.
Right, fresh and local ingredients, seasonal, beautiful presentation, bright colors. What are some of your favorite dishes on the menu here? Favorite to cook, favorite to eat, favorite to just...
Well, I love the wahoo dish that we have on the menu right now with local wahoo and this really cool like red pepper kosho sauce. The sangata salad is something that I love to make. It's
really pretty too.
It's really pretty. It's like light, it's vegan, and it's refreshing, and it's sun goddess salad. So when you come off the beach and you're in your sun goddess era,
that's like the perfect title for it. I love that.
Yeah.
What's in it?
It has tomatoes and cucumbers, radish. So I think I may have been inspired by my garden a little bit.
Sounds like it.
And then the sun goddess salad. So I was thinking about these things kind of in like a crudité sense, and the dressing was inspired by green goddess, and I wanted to make it vegan, so we used sunflower seeds to give it the body, and that's why it's called the sun goddess salad.
Interesting. That's nice. So it is a vegan dish. It's gluten-free. So and you are very accommodating for as every restaurant should be. The menu there's a lot of seafood. I had the tuna tartare with the plantain chips, the tuna poke. That was delicious. And then We had what did I have? I had the snapper. I had the snapper last night.
Okay.
It was fantastic. We also had the octopus, and Roger had the tile fish, the golden tile fish. Everything was fantastic. And then he especially loved the key lime pie.
Oh yeah, the key lime pie is great. I'm very picky about key lime pie, so I haven't changed the key lime pie recipe since I've been back. When I grew up, we had a key lime tree in my front yard.
Whoa.
And my mom always made key lime pies. So any key lime pie that I have on a menu, I have to make sure it like stands up to my mom's key lime pie, and a lot of them don't. But this one, it's a really good recipe. So
it's beautiful too, and it's like
very big.
It's a huge portion. It's like this big. It's just a big rectangle, pretty much. It's not like your typical slice. And it's very shareable.
Very shareable,
but
your
delicious.
Whole family can share.
Yeah, it looked good. Obviously, I can't have it, but he enjoyed it very much. So that was a nice sweet treat to end the night. What about restaurants in the area? It's hard to get out when you're, at the helm of a kitchen here at the Ritz, but what are some of your favorite restaurants here or all over South Florida?
Right. Well, it's definitely been hard to get out since being back. I've been working a lot and kind of traveling a lot over the summer, but that's
as you should.
Different story. I drive home every night. I go past Even Keel on Commercial on Lauderdale by the Sea, and those guys worked with me at 3030 many years ago.
I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Very cool.
Back in the very beginner days at 3030, I worked
like almost 20 years ago.
Almost 20 years ago.
Wow.
So we all go way back.
That's cool. I like how it all comes full circle, and you guys you do events together, you get together, you stay in touch with all these chefs that you've worked with.
Yeah.
I love that. It really is a community.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. So Even Keel, I haven't been to that location yet.
Yeah, you should go. It's great that it's right on the water. It's open air. That's one thing that's important to me is being outside.
Yeah. I didn't realize it's all open.
It's open. I think, it's air conditioned, but it's still open. I just sit outside. Yeah. Maybe during the day it would be hot, but it's very unpretentious, but the food is really good. They do a great job.
All right, gotta get there. I gotta get over there. Any others?
When I first moved back, I went to Heritage in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, I've heard very good things about Heritage.
Yeah.
I don't come down to Fort Lauderdale enough.
Yeah, that place is really good. They have really good pizza. So my fiance is from New Jersey, and being in New York for many years, he's a pizza snob. So he's been trying pizza everywhere in Florida, and Heritage is one that passed the test.
All right. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about it.
Yeah, really good.
What about, you said you live in Pompano.
I live in Pompano Beach.
Is there anything up that way, or do you ever go further into Del Rey or Palm Beach or Palm Beach Gardens?
Oh, so many.
That's far.
There's so many places to go.
I know.
One place in Pompano is new that just opened. South, it's called.
Oh.
It's Southern theme, obviously, but I've been a few times, and the food is good. And everyone there is just so nice, so welcoming. They really make you feel
Southern hospitality.
There. Yes, and that really goes a long way for me.
Cool. Yeah, service is key. The meal, even if the food is just mediocre, not that great, but service makes a huge difference.
Right.
That can make or break. I could have the best meal, but if the service turns me off, I'm not going back. Yeah,
and it starts in the front. I remember the first time we walked in, the hostess was like, "Welcome, we're so happy to have you here." And it was just wow, thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here. It changes your whole day.
It does. Do you find that, being that you've worked in the industry for so long, when you go out to eat, is it hard for you to kind of turn off that industry mindset and just relax and enjoy yourself, or are you kind of always seeing what's going on in the kitchen, or nitpicking at the food and presentation and plating and things like that?
I definitely don't nitpick. I turn it off to an extent. If I don't look for things. If things are glaring, I can't even tell you what, because I just really, I have so much respect and empathy for everyone in the business. It's so hard. So, if something comes out and it's not perfect, I don't judge.
That's good.
I enjoy being not at work.
Right. You're like actually getting to relax and enjoy and not be the one cooking the food.
Right. Yes, exactly.
It's always nice to be on the other side.
Not that I don't love cooking. I really like to be at home and cook for myself.
What do you like to cook for yourself?
I cook very, very differently for myself. Lots of just like vegetables in a bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like if I cook for myself, that's pretty much all I do too. I'm like afraid to cook protein.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid. It's just how I like to eat. I really like vegetables.
You're not vegetarian?
I'm not.
Okay,
No.
I wasn't sure. But, all right, so you cook a lot of vegetables at home.
Mm-hmm.
What's some of, let's go back into culinary school or like your first jobs. What are some of your most memorable experiences just over the years, not even just in the beginning, some of your most memorable experiences, whether it's in the kitchen or at one of the many events I know that you've been part of, or just dining experiences, people you've worked with?
Oh man, there's so much to think about. I love thinking about like my early years at 3030, like I said, when Dean was still on the line, and like I loved picking his brain. Like if I had a question about an ingredient that I didn't know about or something that I was interested in, he's like, "Oh yeah, you can serve that fish with this or this, or you can go a completely different direction and do this, this or this." And he just had so many ideas and was so willing to share all of his thoughts and knowledge. That was great. A lot of the things that I hear over and over in my head are like Paula's voice, like, clean up, work like a ballerina.
Work like a ballerina?
Work like a ballerina, like have like, don't be sloppy. And,
okay.
And
graceful.
Be graceful. That's the word I'm looking for, but she does say ballerina.
I love that.
Be graceful. And we, at 3030, we used to do events and invite lots of guest chefs. And so we had some really cool chefs in the kitchen all the time. Those were all really great memories.
I want, just for people who are listening and might not be familiar with who Paula is or who Dean Max is, can you just, like, real quick, like, what's their claim to fame? I mean, I know, but how would you describe,
Dean Max is so well known in the area. Describing to someone that didn't know, he was crowned the king of seafood or something, like Southern seafood,
something like that.
He's a really great restaurateur.
Yeah. And then Paula DaSilva
worked for Dean for many years, and her first foray into her own adventure was when we opened 1500 Degrees at the Eden Rock, and we got a lot of acclaim for that. We were named like one of the best new restaurants in the country from Esquire magazine.
That's cool.
We did, we
great.
went to James Beard while we were there. We did a lot of stuff. So Paula's really well known in the community. She has been at Burlock for I think 6 years, or been at the Ritz-Carlton for 6 years.
Yeah, and then she also was on Hell's Kitchen. I just actually saw that episode recently.
No
It's
way.
from forever ago. I happened to be in like the waiting room of somewhere, and that was what was on TV.
Wow.
And I just glanced up, and I was like, Paula?
Yeah.
It was like the weird, because I don't even know what year that's from, but it's a long time ago. She was so young.
Right. I think
She looks like I don't know.
Someone
maybe.
asked me the other day what season it was, and
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's season 5, and they must be on like 25
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, so it's a while ago, but that was funny that it just randomly happened to be on the TV.
I think it aired so she was filming right before I left 3030, so it was like 2007.
Okay. Yeah, it's quite a while ago.
Yes.
But you guys have such a great team here.
Yeah, we really do.
And just the staff, everybody, it's so knowledgeable. It's beautiful here. So we're in the rum room right now, which is a private dining space.
Yes.
So people can,
One of
you
a
can
couple.
book. Yeah. Then you have another private dining space. You have that wine vault that is so cool.
Yes.
Literally cool,
Yes,
like very cold.
Yes.
But what a cool space.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to figure out how we can incorporate that into some like packages, maybe whether it's like a dessert event or a wine tasting. We're definitely going to start using
wine
that more.
tastings would be really nice to do.
For sure.
And then you
have
have
blankets.
Yeah, right. Put like a makeshift fireplace in there or something.
Right.
And then you have a banquet space upstairs. That's a private area. You've got
We've got the pool.
The pool is gorgeous.
We saw the cabanas
Yeah,
earlier.
there's beautiful cabanas, and the cabanas are in like a very private area. And I love that the pool's up on the 7th floor, so you have this gorgeous ocean view. And like we were there yesterday for a little bit, and it's just so nice. And you have beach access from there too. There's a bridge that that you can walk right over to the beach.
Yeah.
The spa here.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you can book the cabanas by the day. So if you were just looking for something to do for the day, you can purchase that on Resort Pass.
Nice. So even if you're not staying at the hotel, and the restaurant also, you don't have to be staying at the hotel.
Right.
Everything here, the spa, the restaurant, like
The bar.
the bar. I mean,
Walk off the
yeah,
beach.
there's a bar. So the bar is inside, outside.
Yes.
So there's like windows that open. So it's really nice. You're overlooking the water. Everything here is just amazing.
Yeah,
I
it
loved
really
the
is
spa.
beautiful.
I mean, this is not a bad place to come to work every day. You have an insane view.
Yes.
Like, I love it.
Sometimes I get to come out of the kitchen and see it.
Run me through a typical day here.
Oh, no.
Is there no such thing as a typical day?
Every day is a new adventure. But I come into work, check in with everybody. We're open breakfast, lunch, dinner. So the restaurant's going when I come in. It could be, especially on the weekends, it's busy. Busy for breakfast. Brunch is always crazy on the weekends.
What do you do for brunch? Is there like a?
We have a
You don't have like a
brunch
buffet
menu, but it's not. There's no buffet. No, just a regular menu. They do like bottomless mimosa package, but it's the same good food.
Is
for
the
brunch.
breakfast for hotel guests only, or is somebody could come off the street and come for breakfast?
Anyone can come for breakfast.
And that's all week, Monday through Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
All Saturday and Sunday they do breakfast, and then it transitions to brunch as well.
And then you've got lunch and geez.
Lunch and dinner. Yeah.
Do you have a happy hour here too?
Yeah, they do some happy hour specials. Every day there's something different. I know Wednesday is like Wine Down Wednesday. I think it's wine and charcuterie. Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I don't know that I need to mention Burger Monday is a thing. It's a burger and a beer for $20. They've been doing that forever.
How's the burger here?
The burger's really good. We get a really great patty. We use Sunshine Provisions, who is a local supplier. So they have really, really good burger meat.
Nice. That's fun. So, yeah, go. I don't even know what we were talking about. We were talking about a day in the life of Chef Adrienne.
Oh yes, here it just keeps going. We can get stuck here all day. So, as I mentioned, it's just we're open all the time. So whether it's expediting service or working on prep, breaking down fish, all sorts of things, training the staff, meetings for Marriott. It's a lot. Never ends.
Do you do a lot of? I mean, I'm sure they get a lot of banquets and events and things here, weddings, things like that.
Definitely. I personally am not involved with the banquets.
Okay.
We have another.
That's a different team.
We have a different chef, the banquet chef, who does a really great job, but they do a really, really nice job with weddings. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, this would be an amazing space for a wedding or any type of event. I mean, it's gorgeous here. I'm like, I love this room.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we were able to film in here. It is so cool.
Yeah, something that we do in this room, we have the Cove experience is what we call it. So you can book, it's $99 a person, and it's kind of as many people as want to come to your dinner. And it comes with chef's choice of seafood. So it'll be like a raw bar platter, some appetizers, entrees, and dessert. So that's a really cool package, and you can book that for the rum room.
That's really cool. How many people does this fit?
I know the table will fit about 8 people, but we could probably squeeze more in here somehow. I'm sure they can. They can
rearrange things.
But you can also do that in the private dining room, which holds, I think, maybe 40 people.
Okay, yeah, it's a little bit bigger than this. Yeah. Nice. So they've got a lot of options. Yeah. I love that. Very cool. All right. What about, I think we sort of started to talk about this earlier, like when you go out to eat on your own, but like, do you have any restaurant pet peeves, things that like when you go out, this get under your skin?
I've been trying to think about this. I did my research, podcast research. Like as I mentioned, I really just mostly focus on the positive. One thing that does bother me when I go out, though, is like is this condensation on the table from drinks.
I hate that too.
It drives me nuts.
Why don't people use coasters anymore?
I don't know.
It's like,
or just give me a napkin.
Yeah, I feel you on that
and
one.
then the table, like if everybody at the table doesn't know to put a napkin under their drink.
Well, we don't have napkins, but
our
there's
wood
no
table is fine.
there's no condensation here.
Yeah, or like a really, really cluttered table. I kind of had a anxiety moment not too long ago when I went out with Paula and her family, and there was just dishes and glasses all over the table. I'm like, there's just too much clutter. I can't stand it. We need to clean it up.
Well, yeah, and like somebody should be coming and taking the empty dishes and
right, yeah,
it's those little things.
So those are the things that drive me crazy.
The condensation thing is definitely one of mine too. I don't understand why no one has coasters anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know when that stopped being a thing, but I feel like I sit at bars all the time. Your water glass always, there's like a puddle underneath it. It's awful.
Yes.
It's horrible.
Yes.
We need to bring back coasters.
The only other thing is like if the fork has like one of the tines off, that drives me crazy too.
That's a very small thing to notice.
But every time you put the fork in your mouth, you feel that something's
off. That's funny. I've never heard anyone say that one before.
It's just cheap silver. Maybe I just go to places cheap silverware that gets bent.
It gets bent. Yeah, that would bother me too. Because I guess it if you scratch your mouth or anything or something. It
just feels off.
It feels off. All right. Note to self: check out your fork tines.
Pet peeves.
Oh my gosh. So did we cover everything about what we've got going on here? Let's see.
Gearing up for season.
Yeah, what do you got going on? Season is season is here.
Mm-hmm.
The traffic this past week, I was trying to get from Boca to Del Rey, and it took me almost an hour from where I was in Boca. But the traffic, it's definitely here. Mm-hmm. What do you guys what are you gearing up for as far as season? Do you have any events coming up? Do you do any wine dinners, things like that?
We don't have any wine dinners on the schedule at the moment right now. I know that I have a meeting today planning for the holidays. We will have some fun things coming up for Christmas parties and little events like drink. I think we're going to do a coquito making class.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes. Yeah,
that'll
be good. Paula and I have an event. We're going to the Ritz-Carlton, Amelia Island for kind of like a food and wine festival. So that sort of event is happening. But boat show's coming the end of October. So
that must be crazy here.
Yeah, definitely. It's very, very crazy. So we're planning on, special things that we'll have on the menu for then, whether it's, caviar and lobster, sort of things
love that.
for the high-end clientele.
It's kind of fun that you have, the casual people that come in off the beach, but then this is a Ritz, so you will get these higher end clients that's the type of food that you want to have available for them.
Yeah, and we'll put our Burlock spin on it.
Yeah, exactly. I think I love it. I love that there is that casual yet sophisticated atmosphere about being here. It's just very cool. It doesn't feel stuffy when you come in here. It feels like you're right at the beach. You could come in off the beach and have lunch, sit at the bar, or you can get really dressed up and come and have a great, it's all inclusive. And I love that about here.
Right.
And I love that I didn't realize that it was open for breakfast for the public. I thought that was just,
I don't know, everyone.
That's good. Breakfast places are hard to find, I feel like. Maybe not here because it's Fort Lauderdale and there's so many, but sometimes when I travel, I feel like the breakfast options aren't always, especially with hotels, sometimes it's just like that, continental breakfast type of a thing. You don't have a full menu of good breakfast. And I do love breakfast when I'm on vacation. So, but yeah. Well, thank you so much. Now I'm excited. We're going to go taste, what are we going to taste? We're going to taste
try the sun goddess
salad. Sun goddess salad.
I think you've had it.
I think yes.
Shayna friendly.
It is Shayna friendly, so I love that. And it's a beautiful dish. So we're going to go over and you'll make it for me, and then we'll taste it. All right?
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you guys all for listening. As always, I really appreciate reviews, 5-star ratings on Apple, Spotify. You can listen to Take a Bite Out of South Florida on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. So now we're going to taste the Sun Goddess salad.
Here
Oh my God, this is beautiful. Gorgeous, so colorful. All right, so I know we talked about it earlier, but tell me again, what's on the plate?
We got beautiful summer heirloom tomatoes, cucumbers, radish, some baby tomatoes. There's some Fresno chilies on there for just a little bit of heat. Lots of fresh herbs, and the sun goddess dressing is on the bottom that has all the herbs, basil, dill, chives, parsley, and sunflower seeds give it the body that makes it a little bit thick. So it's kind of inspired by a green goddess, but it's totally vegan.
That's awesome. And we've got some basil, some dill, parsley. Oh my God, this looks so good. It's so fresh. This is absolutely what you want to eat when you're like coming off the beach, you're in your bathing suit, it's hot out, you need something refreshing and light.
Totally the idea.
And even if, obviously it's vegan, so which is great, but if you wanted to pair this with like a piece of chicken or something.
Yeah, definitely at lunchtime, especially just adding chicken to the salad or shrimp.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right, let's.
Or avocados.
Yeah, you could add.
If you were keeping it vegan. I must have had a lot of vegan influencers.
Yeah. All right, radish, tomato, this smells so good. The fresh herbs. Oh my God. I think it's amazing when you can just take something as simple as vegetables and make them absolutely delicious. The dressing and all the fresh herbs. Oh my God.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Really beautiful summer produce. I know in South Florida, we're not growing a lot of stuff, but I would hate to let a beautiful tomato season pass us by.
I know, it's so good. I want to bottle that dressing and just bring it home with me.
Everyone who eats a salad, they say that's exactly what they say.
Oh,
they love the dressing.
It is so delicious. It's better than any green goddess dressing that I've had, which is. Our green goddesses has dairy in it typically, right?
Usually, there's a lot of variations. It often will have anchovy. It'll have like different herbs. Tarragon, I think, is common. A lot of recipes might have sour cream or mayonnaise.
Yeah, so it's not a vegan. And then I love using the sunflower seeds. That's so interesting. Where did you find, what gave you that idea?
Well, I've been making the salad for a few years. I started making it at the restaurant in New York, and we were pretty much a nut-free restaurant. So we did a lot of dishes with like sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds.
Very interesting.
So I think I was inspired by Green Goddess and a little bit by ranch. I wanted like a nice thick dressing.
It's really nice. You could even, I guess, you could make this more of like a dip and like make it a little bit thicker.
Yes. I love it. I think just the cucumber with the goddess is my favorite snack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. This is fantastic. I love it.
Thank you.
And available for lunch, dinner, whatever. And then
pretty soon we'll be able to use Florida tomatoes. That's exciting.
I know. When does Florida tomato season start?
Soon,
right?
Not soon enough, but soon.
Soon.
A couple more months.
And
October.
then you'll be able to, it'll be even better. It's delicious though. Thank you so much for making this for me. I am going to finish this for lunch and go to the beach since we're here.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Chef.